I left off after the sports festival. So Kenshin first, Elizabeth second, and Kirishima third. And I'm gonna say that the Druids knew a hero, so they go to that agency and they go to the Druids to learn stuff. And because of Elizabeth focused on attack, because this is like a villain world, so she will probably get attacked more often. So this time she'll focus on her healing ability and try to max it out. And All Might is healed if I never said that to you. But yeah, she practices her healing and stuff. But she does practice her attacks. But what Malleus do, or not Malleus, but Kenshin's doing, is that he doesn't really need to train until he gets a feeling of despair. So what he's trying to do is make his Nebula ability able to shoot back attacks. But what he comes up with is whenever Elizabeth shoots her light into it, he forces it out with 3 blades appearing around it, kind of like a Rossing shooting in. But then whenever he touches something, it's kind of razor sharp, and then all of a sudden that blade explodes. So he's like, how could I use this? And what he does, he can appear this around the field all the time. And so it's the Stain Arc, or may I say, the Demon Arc. So there is still high demons around, so we're gonna start it off whenever a aid crashes in a abandoned city, of course, where it doesn't crash a lot of people, and people are confused. And just whenever like every hero's there, and like the villain league knows this, and so does Stain, so they go there instead. With instead of a Nomu, no brain, they have a resurrected great demon from the battle, because I'm gonna say they took the bodies of the great demons that he summoned and stuff, and yeah, and they turned them into Nomus pretty much. So it's like a gray Nomu, I guess. I'm just gonna call it great demon, but now these things have like ridiculously strong regeneration. Their strength is multiplied, and they all have like a special ability. But what makes Great Demon so strong, I think, is their ability to kill things with that darkness rain, pretty much. So they activate this, and whenever hero accident touches to see what it is, because I'm gonna say this hero had like a analyzing quirk that gave him ability to analyze the opponent's weaknesses. And when he touches it, people see him turn into, like black and turn to dust. And people are saying you must dodge them, and this is whenever Kenshin says, I need to go to Elizabeth, and she says, where are you going? And then all she sees him run outside and turn on his wings and blast off. Whenever he gets there, he sees all the black is, and because there is still light absorbed inside of it from the training, he says black Nova shining bright with a star looking, or like a black star with light around it going down. And people see these orbs start appearing everywhere, and all they see is a huge flash of light. and all of a sudden, this destroys all the black snow. And heroes are confused and like, what was that ability? It seemed to do well against the black snow. People are thinking maybe light's its weakness. I'm gonna say it's not really its weakness, but I'm gonna say light quirks can take them down. So I'm gonna say people with like a light quirk makes a barrier. And this is where they put all the civilians, because I think it does turn like stuff into dust, so buildings won't last long. But this is whenever they see one of those things appear. They see they call them gray demons also, I guess, because that's what they hear other people calling them. They have corpses of them, and you hear they see a bright light appear inside the middle one, and they see light start expanding into it. And this what happens is that the light kind of like eats away at the demon, killing it. And then they see the other gray demon's head get torn apart. Not torn apart, but blasted apart by the arc inside of the orb. So yeah, this is whenever they're still handling Nomus and stuff. But yeah, the Nomus are there, and I'll say All Might's also there and taking down Nomus easier actually, and because that one Nomu was specially made. All these other ones just have like regeneration, so he can still punch through them and kill them, I want to say. But he learned that the head was its weakness and stuff, so yeah. He fights them, and whenever that happens, all they see is four figures appear shooting out of the egg on all sides. One dude that looks like half his body's red. A dude that looks like he has no face, has no head. A girl that has a whip, and who else was it? Let me think. And what's it called again? A lion-looking creature. So when this happens, I'm gonna say, Kitchen says, "I know they're here," and Elizabeth is coming there, and I'm gonna say, wherever Elizabeth comes there, she can shoot down the Nomus pretty easily. But the four people sees her, they're like, "Oh, it's an angel." They see her face and they're like, "No, it's the angel Elizabeth," and they go after her. This is where Kenshin says, Dark Nebula, Shining, or Black Hole Shining, or something like that. And that's where the Black Rasengan looking things come out, but with three sides. And it slams into them, with the black hole pretty much twisting their body, or twisting like the skin and flesh and all that together, with exploding with a light beam, destroying them. This is whenever him and her comes up with this combo spell called Darkness Light Tornado, pretty much, with them spinning their energy around and this destroying it. So this happens, and this is whenever Deku, or Kenshin, goes on to kick the person collecting souls or a clone going after him that's collecting souls, and the clone uses full counter on the person's attacks, and then he uses body takeover, taking over the person's body, releasing the souls. And this is whenever a clone comes up to him and cuts his, or puts his hand on him, and his head explodes completely off. And when I say Hero sees him and he has his assault mode on, I'm gonna say, so he's in assault mode, so his power level is like 500,000. That people can see this power emanating from him. And he has this crap. I accidentally clicked on my own video. But yeah, and all they hear was that a huge, or they see him in assault mode, and they're like, that's the betrayer, Meliodas, the 10 Commandments, the destroyer. And because he does have commandments that are like, all the commandments are equal to 50% of the Demon King, which the Demon King, I would think that he can get back his power. But I would say his power levels are around way more than that. I don't know how to do the math. Cause is there actually a power level whenever Meliodas had all 10 commandments, or did he even have it? You can say it's around the power level of, his brother, his second brother, which is still not his actual brother, but they look so much alike. But yeah, that's what happens and stuff. And I'm gonna say, if you think what's going on with Ida, I'm gonna say Kirishima helped him, and Kirishima just took out Stain with his hardening hair, breaking right through Stain's swords and punching him. So yeah, it's just them two. And then the dude with the girl with the whip has a whole bunch of red demons and gray demons coming out of it. And this is whenever she slashes them, making them bigger. But actually, whenever Kenshin comes over there with saying God, slicing right through it, burning them completely. And then this is whenever comes up the girl. The girl tries to slash him, but the girl runs away and gets the dude with the lion. But the dude tries to punch him with the lion, and this is whenever Deku says enough. And this is whenever Joe's in the air with all 3 of them because he killed the other dude, charging up and with him saying, original magic blank. And this is whenever it's the next day, and all people know is that this whole city was wiped out, and there was like a huge ache there. And if you guys are wondering about the monster did come out, but whatever he had said his original magic, it was dead. And all people know is that there's a whole bunch of plants emanating from that one area. And because it wasn't as wide, so it was way deeper, and people call it the volcano area. Or it's not as far enough to get to a volcano, but never mind that. But yeah, this is wherever politics from other countries are talking about how there's a quirk user in Japan that can destroy a whole city. And they're saying that most witness accounts say that it was the demon of destruction all those years ago. That people, because he didn't just wipe out the people, because I'm gonna say, he used ground and kind of like shift